Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of August 18th through the 25th, which is my birthday. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name's Renee, and I'm pulling cards for you guys to help us make the most out of each week. I post for every zodiac sign. If you're new to my channel, please like this video if it resonates and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of my community. Okay, let's shuffle some cards for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Spirit, what do they need to know? We're going to keep this one because it flipped upright. Milk and honey. I think this is going to be a great week for you guys with blessings. Milk and honey is about the good life. It's about when everything falls into place. It can be some serendipity as well, so pay attention. I don't like the word coincidences because I don't believe in them, but I do believe in serendipity. That's when I feel like the universe is working with us and making things all come together for us. So milk and honey is about you enjoying the good things in life. Treat yourself to a nice meal out, a good book, going to the movie. Just enjoy life. It's about enjoying the good things in life. Make sure. Okay, that one's... I'm just going to stop and pull one card at random for your second card here, Scorpio. Okay, we have Thinker. All right, you guys are being called to harness Virgo energy right now. This is the very first thing that I came up with when I pulled this card was I analyze, which is the Virgo mantra. I want you to really think about things, Scorpio. Analyze every situation, especially the one that called you to this reading. I feel like when people watch these video readings, they've got something that they're searching for answers for. And you are really being called to think about what that means for you. How badly do you want it? What are your goals? Think about a situation and come up maybe with a list of possibilities for yourself. But think, you're being really called to analyze this week. Use your Virgo brain. We all have every zodiac sign is in our birth chart. The Virgo part, I don't know why I'm referring to that. I'm just feeling like it's called it. I'm just being told that this is Virgo energy for you, and you are meant to really think about a situation, think about things, think logically, think mind over heart. Now, as I was shuffling for you guys, the Strength card jumped, which is Leo energy, and it's coming out in the area of what you've been dealing with in your recent past, Scorpio, with some things that have maybe popped up in this past week or so. And I feel like you've been called to really rely on your inner strength in an area of your life. This is a good thing. This is you conquering fears, stepping out of your comfort zone and knowing that you're going to be okay. So I love when Leo energy shows up. It's about being strong within ourselves and within our power. Now you've also got the Queen of Fire, more fire sign energy, which Leo is a fire sign. I feel like you're being called really to, once again, step outside your comfort zone and be bold. Be daring enough to expect good things to come your way, Scorpio, and be bold enough to ask for them, whether it's with a partner, whether it's at work. Know that you deserve recognition and you deserve good things in your life. You deserve the milk and honey that showed up here, your very first card of your reading. You deserve all those good things. So don't be afraid to ask for them. And we have Two of Water. This is a relationship card. So for some of you Scorpios, this could turn into a relationship reading. You've been dealing with maybe a significant other or lack thereof. Maybe you're being called to think about what traits you want in a new partner, or how you want your current relationship to level up. I invite Scorpios that are my single Scorpios that are ready to call in love. Make a list of what you want that partner to be. What are the non-negotiables that you want to have in a future partner? Because you deserve that. You deserve certain things in order to have your heart fulfilled. There are certain things that are non-negotiable that you want in a partner that you're allowed to ask for. Now, this is also a card of communication, and I want you to be clear about your communication going forth into this next week. I feel like that's an important message for someone. Watch the words that you're speaking. Watch how you're talking to a partner. If you don't, there could be some little bit of upheaval or arguments. Just really be clear and gentle with your words. Okay, what else does Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know going forth for August 18th through the 25th? I'm just going to take a couple cards here. The Novice, Innocence, Beginner, Ignorance, New Skill without practice, and Unstable Curiosity. Okay, when you're thinking outside the box, you know, we have this Thinker card, and I feel like this is going to be a new beginning for you, Scorpio. Maybe some of you have just started a new job and you're on shaky, maybe you're feeling a little shaky with your abilities or just being in a new environment. You know, we aren't comfortable yet when we start a new job. You know, you might be in a new office around new people, doing new things, and you have that beginner energy. So really use your mind. Try to learn the job as much as you can. Be open, study if you need to, but be prepared. Maybe some of you are going back to school or a new school year is starting, and that's the new beginning here, the novice. You're starting a new chapter in your life, and thinking is a part of that. So I do feel like this is definitely student energy on the table for you guys. And we also have truth. Search for your truth, seek your truth, speak your truth. And part of that is having a clear vision. Okay, what you want your truth to be, Scorpio, it's going to be really important for you, whether it's in this new career or this new relationship. It's okay for you to expect the truth to be told to you. And you need to speak the truth as well. That's very, very important too. Okay, where you are currently at, my Scorpios, 3 of Earth. This card I think has shown up in every single reading, and it's the card of collaborating, networking. Could definitely be for you guys who are starting a new job. This could be definitely you either social networking with people or being out and about in that kind of energy where you're meeting people, you're rubbing elbows, talking to people. That's probably why I was getting that message of watch your words. You want to make a good impression. And don't, just make sure that if you are a novice, that you are not over promising or over, you know, how do I want to say this? I'm hearing, don't let your mouth overload your ass. Have you ever heard that expression? So don't make promises you can't keep, and don't promise things you can't deliver. Just be realistic, because eyes are on you. People are watching. They want to know what you're made of. They want to see what you're capable of. And people want to help you. This is a card of getting help. And it's also about recognition. So I do feel like if you are working on something right now, Scorpio, that as long as you can use those guidelines, I think you're going to do well. I think you're going to do well this week and impress some people. Okay, we have the Emperor, Aries energy. So is there an Aries around you? But this is boss energy, and this is you stepping up and being your own boss. This is male energy, the divine masculine. This is you stepping into your power, being the boss. There could be a boss around you or a boss in your life. For somebody, I do feel like this is definitely impressing the boss. The boss is watching. If you are the novice who has started this new position, you really want to make a good impression this week. It could be very pivotal on your journey. But know that you have what it takes. You need to be in charge of your life going forward. You need, especially my entrepreneurs who are watching this, it's a good time for you to step into those shoes of boss and making good business moves for yourself, Scorpio. Okay, we have High Priestess. Your intuition is everything. You guys are a very intuitive sign. You're a water sign. So I do feel like this is you really listening to that inner guide and following it, knowing that you can trust it. It's going to point you towards your truth, and just really call good things in for yourself. No, stay true to you. You know, you have the truth in the milk and honey. And when I saw that card combination, I just glanced over there. The best way for you to find the milk and honey is to stay on your own path and honor it and follow your gut instinct. Let's pull some relationship love cards for you guys going forward. I want to invite you guys also, watch your moon sign and rising sign videos for this week, because if your sun sign doesn't always resonate, I know I personally resonate with a tarot video with my rising sign, which is Pisces. So pay attention to that. You could get some more information with your moon sign and your rising sign if you know those. Okay, we have heartbroken, deeply sad and hurt, feeling lost, grieving, despair, and a breakup. I want you to know that this breakup is pointing you towards your truth, Scorpio. You might be bouncing back from this energy. You know, I do feel like there's definitely a new beginning on the table with this novice card. And just know that if you were experiencing this energy with this breakup and feeling sad, just know it's only going to lead you to a new relationship where you're going to know what you want. Remember with the thinker card, I told you to make a list of how you want this next partner to look. If you are experiencing this energy, you sit down right now and you make a list of the things that the next person needs to have, the criteria, the credentials that they need to come to you with. And don't bend on them this time, Scorpio. Don't bend, because you're compromising, as might be why you're experiencing breakups, because you are letting people in that aren't meant for you and you're wasting time. You don't need to do that anymore. You are worthy of the great partner. Okay, one more card for y'all. Key on a ring, many options. I like that. If you can do this, Scorpio, you are going to have more options around you. There's going to be, there's plenty of fish in the sea, is what I'm hearing. Unconventional, one night stand, you know, string along. Maybe you were meant to be alone for a minute. Not alone necessarily, but, you know, one night stand. Maybe you're just meant to go out there and have a little bit of fun instead of making it so serious. But until you have that list made up of what you want the next person to be, maybe just get out there and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the options. Just know that you don't have to look at it, open yourself up to things other than being in a relationship for right now, okay? Let's see what your future self wants you to know. Beautiful, the Fool, a new beginning. You guys have these new cards here of a new beginning. Where was the other one? The Novice. The Novice and the Fool, these two cards are really meant to be together. The Novice is just like the Fool, and that they're learning. It's a new beginning, and they're open to new things. They're not afraid to set out on that new path. And that's where I want you to embrace this Fool energy this week, Scorpio. Just know that you don't have to know everything in order to start the project or the job or the new, whatever it is. You don't have to be the expert. You can be the student. And I feel like for some of you, we were talking about that with the Thinker card. Don't get too caught up in the thinking with this Fool, because the Fool energy is also just about experiences and having a good time and taking risks and enjoying life. So if you are experiencing that breakup or that change, just know that you are meant right now to just kind of have a more lighthearted energy this week and experience some fun and take some risks. We have Messenger of Earth. This is the card of security and stability. So it kind of is interesting that it's following the Fool. I feel like a lot of you, that for going into your next chapter, this is what your future self wants you to know. Experiencing these fun times, this energy with the Fool, you're going to get it out of your system. And then you're going to move forward and feel more ready for stability. But first you have to cut loose a little bit and experience some things and enjoy yourself and not take everything so seriously. Does that make sense for you right now, Scorpio? That, you know, for this week, you know, we're doing these readings in blocks of time. For the week of August 18th through the 25th, have some fun, lighten up, just enjoy it, because you're going to have more stability down the road. And the Page of Fire, okay? High success rate here. A new beginning. You're going to be calling in passion for yourself. When the Page of Fire shows up, this is you being very successful. And I like it with this Three of Earth and the Novice card. Because the Page of Fire is the person who isn't afraid to start something new and know that everything they touch is going to turn to gold. They're not scared, they're excited, they're pumped up, and they really keep that energy going, and it makes them be successful. So that's good. It's a card of success. Now, what your ancestors, guides, and angels want you to know: Six of Air, movement. For some of you, this could be a trip, vacation. This could be moving addresses, changing addresses. But whatever it is, I love it, because the Six of Air is moving into calmer waters where you have experienced maybe the heartache that you've had with this, getting your heart broken. Now you're going to move and start healing, the healing process. You're moving into a more calmer phase. And it's okay to start leaving behind the heartbroken energy. Okay, you've mourned enough, you've cried enough, you've thought about it enough. Now it's time to move. It's time to move forward. We have the Six of Water. Okay, feeling nostalgic. Thinking about happier times. And maybe it's time to start circling back to that. You know, this is a card of nostalgia. And I feel like you have been so up in your feels with this heartache and with this thinking that you have felt, now you're ready to experience this energy again. You're ready to circle back and enjoy, you know, the feelings of security and safety and love. Now, for some of you, a lot of people read this card as someone from your past coming back. We are coming out of Mercury retrograde. So did you experience some of that? Did you go back with an ex? Did you have, you know, maybe a one-night stand with an ex, and now you're kind of feeling a little heartbroken or sad or nostalgic, or you're wondering? You know, I always say exes are exes for a reason, but if you're thinking about, you know, you've got two sixes here, there's something to be said for that too, about balance and maybe trying, you know, sixes. I'm getting the number 606, which my husband and I see all the time. And it is a card of spiritual balance. So if you can enjoy that time with your ex, you know, having them back in your life, if you can balance that out and correct things, I don't know, maybe it's worth giving it another shot. It's going to mean something different for each one of you, but just putting that out there on the table. Your last card, guys, is the Page of Water. You are a water sign. Pages are about new beginnings, young, youthfulness, the novice. I feel like this is you starting something new. Really, you know, you have two pages here. You have the Fool and you have the Novice card. I want you to feel open to a new beginning for yourself, Scorpio, in one area of your life, probably the area that made you click on this video or that has your interest peaked here. Just be open to being a learner, being a student, and trying new things this week. Try new things. Let this be the week that you step outside your comfort zone and put on, you know, the eyes of childhood, which Six of Water always makes me think of innocence and childlike happiness. Experience those things this week. Call that energy in for you, because that's, I feel like, is going to give you the most happiness and the most fulfillment right now, is just being like a kid and having some fun. Okay, Scorpio, that was a different reading. Very different, but I hope it resonated. Give the video a thumbs up, please, guys. I need those likes because that's what helps my channel. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. I also post a focus card in the morning and a surrender card at night in my shorts feed. Check those out. But guys, have a beautiful week. I'm cheering you on. Have a good one. Bye-bye.